Hello there, I'm Sven from Germany, and I've been asked to talk a little bit about the corona situation here in Germany and how it affects startups. And to start with, I think there are a lot of similarities between countries at the moment because we all got hit by the same virus. That said, there are differences, and I think one is in Germany, we decided for a light lockdown. So offices got closed, the co-working spaces got closed, travel got restricted. So they tried to reduce contacts between people, but it was not a real lockdown. So that meant, especially for startups, that the adaptation to that was okay, and for some it was easy because so many are just working with their laptop and have the ability to communicate and structure and organize online. It was, for these startups, not too bad. It was not a hard stop. It's different in different verticals. Obviously, everyone who needs equipment or who's producing or who needs laboratories had it much more difficult. But all in all, I think compared to bigger companies who had a lot more to do and to organize and to figure out how to get their people on a remote schedule, it was okay for a lot of startups. But this lack of vision and clarity about what comes next and what external factors will remain or maybe even get worse, this puts a lot of startups into a strange situation of basically not really being able to make good decisions. When to open up again, when to restart marketing and sales. Is it time for expansion? Probably not. Is it time for hiring? Probably yes. So there are a lot of questions that are or seem to be pure guesswork at the moment. And I think one of the hardest things is exactly getting this timing right, because as startups, you have limited resources. So if you start too early to spend time and money again, you're basically burning it. If you start too slow, then you run out of money too. So this is tough. And for my clients at the moment, I basically sit them down. I try to make them avoid opportunistic moves and quick reactions, but get back into an action mode of assessing the situation, their specific exposure to what is happening, has happened, and might happen, and to come up with a coherent strategy. Which, when I hear myself talking, sounds like the remix of the top hits of the lawyers, which is like it depends on, and the management consultants, which is like let's plan the heck out of that, which basically both is not true. I think it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple with the right tool sets and frameworks. And I think in normal times, being able to create strategy and to design cohesive action plans around the current situation and the potential future situation is a huge competitive advantage. In these times of opacity and lack of vision, I think, at least for some startups, it's a question of survival and not just of coming out on top. So that is tough but solvable, and I decided with Barna from the Input program to put together a workshop for Hungarian startups, basically talking through these structures and questions and frameworks and processes to hands-on and simple and without spending months in writing a lot of paper, to get to a point where you can adapt and go on your terms and not on the terms of the virus, which sounds a little bit too ambitious. So basically that's it. I hope to see some of you in this workshop. There should be probably a link somewhere around this video. And besides that, I hope you guys are doing good and weathering this crisis. And let me end with one of these other new normal phrases, which is like, stay healthy. Thanks and bye.